Leading up on the midfield line. Let's get you the starting lineups for both teams. They will be repeated by our lovely PA announcer for today. Starting with the Kutztown Golden Bears. Number 2, McKenna Consolea is a back. She's a senior from Milford, PA. Rachel Dustman, number 3, is a midfielder, freshman from Chambersburg. Rose Moore, number 4, the junior forward from Phoenixville, PA. Gabby Hess wears number 7, the midfielder, as a junior from Mount Joy. Molly Bobjack wears number 8, the midfielder junior from Newcastle, Delaware, Padua Academy, just down the street from my alma mater. But enough about me, back to Kutztown. 16, Hadley Wichter, the back junior from Danville, PA. Number 18, Kyra Wozniak, the forward, the junior from Plains, PA. Number 22, Leigh Roselli, the back sophomore for Romansville, PA. 23, Anna Shirk, the midfielder, the junior from Hamburg, PA. Number 25, Mackenzie Furman, the midfield junior from Lancaster, PA. And in net, number 93, Katie Dodderwick, the keeper freshman from Douglasville, PA. Kutztown is coached by Marcy Schuing in her 6th season of work with the Golden Bears. Off to a great start so far, 9-1 on the year and 2-0 in conference play. Meanwhile, for your Millersville Marauders, they are 5-3 on the year, 1-1 in Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Let's get you their starting lineup. Number 1, Lexi Robeson, the back, is a junior from Hershey, PA. Number 4, Madeline Steely, the back, is junior from Valley Center, California. Eliza Mizak, the forward, is a junior from Hummelstown, PA. And Annabelle Tierney, the midfielder, wears number 6, is a sophomore from Millthorpe, Australia. Number 17, Erica Tarsi, the forward, is a junior from Easton, PA. Number 19, Meredith Fagan, the back, is a sophomore from Ephrata. Number 20, Alexis Gazio, the midfielder, is a junior from Hershey. Number 22, Kyra Brakefield, who we mentioned earlier, a forward who is a junior from East Petersburg, PA. Number 24, Jordan Goddard, the midfielder, is a junior from Chadds Ford, PA. Number 28, Sol Ortiz-Kreiner, the midfielder, is a redshirt sophomore from Mannheim, PA. And in net for the Marauders is Autumn Peters, the keeper, sophomore from Lancaster, PA. She will wear number 33.
Number 24, Jordan Goddard. A redshirt sophomore from Mannheim, Pennsylvania. Number 28, Sol Ortiz-Kreiner.
Millersville Marauders head coach is Shelly Behrens, the Old Dominion graduate from 1988 in her 11th season of work with the Marauders. Has Allie McAvoy Campbell as her assistant. This is her 1st season of work, along with Samantha Rumler, who is also in her 1st season of work. We now pause for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the pitch where the teams are participating in a pre-game handshake as part of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Fall Sportsmanship Week. All week, PSAC Fall Sports will showcase their continued commitment
Sportsmanship Week here in the PSAC, being shown through all of the fall sports taking place. Millersville and Kutztown. While bitter rivals on the field can still enjoy the competition they share and their work as both students and athletes on and off the field. These two teams have gone at it quite often in PSAC play. The series for Millersville versus Kutztown, 26 wins, 30 losses, 3 ties. However, Millersville is on a 9-game winning streak coming into this game. Last one was a narrow 1-0 victory coming in 2017. Shelly Barron's all-time against Kutztown is 9-8. prior to this 9-game win streak for the Marauders, the Golden Bears had an 18-game win streak against Millersville. So while it has been back and forth overall in recent years, one team has held the dominance. However, Kutztown might just have the win in them tonight, off to a fantastic 9-1 start to the season. Millersville had some struggles early on. 2 wins at Queens and versus Converse to open up the month of September, and then a loss to Westchester that was not in conference play. A narrow 1-2 defeat there. Then a 2-0 win at IUP, a 2-3 loss to Bloomsburg, a 2-0 win against Mansfield, and 3-0 loss to Westchester that was in conference play, and then the 2-1 win in overtime just on Saturday at home against IUP, evened the conference record to 1-1 on the year. Plenty of conference play coming up for the Marauders as well. Kutztown today, Shippensburg later on the 16th, Mercyhurst on the 20th, East Stroudsburg on the 23rd, Seton Hill on the 23rd before they finally get a break from PSAC opponents against Coker University on October 29th. Teams meet up for their pre-game huddles. Millersville in black uniforms with yellow accents and yellow numbers with white outlines on the back spelling out Millersville across the front, and black socks. Kutztown in their white uniforms with black shorts and white socks with white accents, red numbers with gold outline, red letters up the front spelling out Kutztown. Kutztown will get the ball first. I'd like to remind everybody that our live streams are presented to you by our friends at UPMC. And we are underway here from Beams-Durford Stadium. Kutztown with possession first, working on the sideline. They will be attacking from right to left. Millersville will be attacking from left to right. Fight for it. Now Millersville comes away. Whistle brings it back. Kutztown will have possession once again. Cycling it around. Coming to the near sideline. Lay Roselli on it. Currently has a defender in her face, but it's intercepted. Millersville working up the sideline. Will get the whistle. Dropping it off. Annabelle Tierney on it, then lost it, and it goes Kutztown's way. Kyra Wozniak working on the wing. But back and forth possession battles here. Kutztown gets it back once again. Fight for it. Referee calls it Millersville's way. There goes Erica Tarsi. She'll get up the middle. Annabelle Tierney working up ahead, working her way around the crease. Gets past one, gets past a couple. Tarsi hops on it. And it looks like it's a corner for the Marauders. Or no, it was just a regular foul. Still learning the ropes, folks. Please bear with me. Our usual broadcaster, Brian Cass, has the night off. This is actually my first field hockey broadcast, so thank you all for tuning in, and we'll get through it together. As Millersville trying to fight for possession in the midfield. Speaking of our broadcast, we'd like to give a shout out to the families of the Sudweeks, the Tierneys, the Pinders, the McDonalds, the Walls, and the Murphy O'Neills, all tuning in from various parts of the world, with most of them from Australia. We actually got an email sent to our Director of Athletic Communications, Ethan Holsey, who is responsible for getting all these live streams together, from the Tierney family from Millthorpe, Australia, saying they're tuning in today at 9 a.m., with most of the games taking place from 1 to 3 in the morning. So some very dedicated families watching from pretty much the opposite side of the world, and we thank you so much to all those families from tuning in from wherever they may be, mostly from Australia, with the McDonald's tuning in from Scotland. Plenty of international flavor on this Marauders field hockey team, and they have been doing some great work so far. Millersville has the possession. Once again, working from their side of the field. Pass intended for Tierney goes Rye. She's still fighting for it. Foul called, goes Kutztown's way. They'll shovel it ahead. Makes its way there, but no Golden Bears hustling as of yet. Millersville will just play it up the sideline once again. It's a strategy that has worked really well for the Marauders. They have plenty of hustle up both sidelines. Like to stretch it out and then eventually, like they're doing right here, work up the middle of the field, try and get their space. But against this 9-1 Kutztown team, they are going to have their work cut out for them. Sun slowly setting here on Millserville, Pennsylvania. A slight breeze blowing from left to right here at Beamsdorfer Stadium. A beautiful night for some field hockey. It's the last day of fall break for students here at Millserville. Enjoying a couple days off to catch up on some work. Lord knows I still have a paper that I have to write when I get home later tonight. Probably the case for a good 75% of the student population. Kutztown on the attack. They earn a foul. In attacking territory, they'll still have to work to get in the crease. We'll see how they play this one. They send it to the far sideline. Working around. Trying to get on the edge of the crease, and they do. They work their way inside. Spin move and a shot, but it was blocked. And we're going to have our first corner of the match, and this one will go Kutztown's way. Just about 5 minutes into the first half of play here. Looks like the Marauders will have 4 players in the net and the keeper. Looks like Hannah Shirk for the Golden Bears will send it in. Sends it to the outside. A dummy sends it to the far side off the goal line. Works its way around. Shot. Stopped once, and they shovel it in. A soft pass right in front of the net, and then a quick turnaround shot. And off their first corner, Kutztown is ahead 1-0. By my count, about 5 different Golden Bears touched the ball before it finally got tapped into the net. And we'll see who scored it in just a second. But already Kutztown ahead 1-0 here. Millserville moving ahead. Almost getting a shot off was Annabelle Tierney. Kutztown gets it, but throws possession away. Here's Tierney on it again. Working that sideline. Fights for possession in the corner. Foul will go Kutztown's way. Millserville were the ones who got the first goal in action against IUP on Saturday. Very early goal was quickly responded to, and we remained deadlocked until the second period of overtime. Pass is blocked. They're going to call a foul. Will go Millersville's way. Ball just on the outside of the crease. Tierney looks like she'll play it in. Sends it back to Ortiz Kreiner. Sends it to a teammate up the middle. Millersville gets another foul. Ortiz Kreiner will play it in. Looking around. Plays it up the middle. Tierney on it. Outside the crease. Tried to sweep a pass in. And it's a corner for the Marauders. Their first of the match. They saw 21 corners in play against IUP on Saturday. Had a lot of the possession too. But the last line of defense holding strong for the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Let's see what the Marauders can cook up here. Brakefield on it. Searches. Sends it in. It's on the edge of the crease. Shot from outside, and it deflects in! Brakefield will get the assist. We'll see who scored the goal. But a wicked shot from just outside the crease. Took a deflection and skyrocketed into the top portion of the net. And just like that, it's tied at 1 goal apiece. with Kutztown scoring in the 29th minute. Millersville gets one in the 28th minute. So we'll see. We might have a back-and-forth battle in store for us here. But so important to get that equalizing goal if you're Millersville. You have a 9-1 team coming into your house thinking they're going to try and run rampant. And they'll give it to Erica Tarsi, the junior forward from Easton, PA. And Tarsi, she has been lighting up the scoreboard, not only for Millersville, but for the PSAC conference as a whole. That gives her now 9 goals in as many games played. She's behind Dustman of Kutztown, Parantonio of Shippensburg, and Wozniak of Kutztown. So 2 of the more volatile scorers of the PSAC playing in front of us today. Millersville, again, definitely having their work cut out for them, but could have the upset. They do have recent history on their side. Kutztown playing it in. Fight for possession just outside the crease. Millersville slowly coming away with it, and they'll try and play it forward. Just out of the reach. The Marauder player on the far side of the field. Kutztown will gain possession just past the midfield line. A deep pass. Finds Rachel Dustman. She sends it in. There was an open net, but it just goes wide of the stick of Hadley Wichter. Millersville now trying to get an odd man rush, but the pass was just too short. A little bit of a shove in the back. Going to call a foul. But Kutztown will keep possession. Gabby Hess on it. Sends it back. Hess on it again. Plays it down into the corner. Wozniak was on it, now lost it. Now Millersville trying to play it up ahead. Pass was just out of the reach of, it looks to be, Meredith Fagan. But now Millersville coming away with it again. McDonald on it. Tried to send it in, took a little bit of a tap. Now she's on it. Goes into the corner, gets past one, tapped ahead again, stays in play, stays just on the line. Referee's right there to see it. 2-on-2 action in the corner. Millersville comes away with it. They play it into the crease, walking on in. Keeper comes out, trips over her own player. Net is still empty. They fight for it, and eventually Kutztown gets the call. Or no, it'll be a Millersville corner. Just 10 minutes in, and we are already seeing our fair share of chaos so far. Back and forth action. Corner sent in, outside the crease. Shot from range again, hits the back of the net. Millersville gets their second goal off their second corner of the match. And they're in the driver's seat now, ahead of Kutztown 2-1. It looks like Jordan Goddard got her stick on it. We'll see who they credit it to. That one looked like it just went straight through the back of the net. Kutztown shovels a pass deep, but it'll trickle behind the goal line. Millersville ball.
That last Millersville goal by number 24, Jordan Goddard.
An old Eagle Eye Shad on it again. Jordan Goddard did get the goal. To put Millersville ahead 2-1. Goddard, the junior midfielder from Chadsford, PA. Her first goal of the season. Now Millersville trying to get on a rush again. They have 2 players forward. Call goes Kutztown's way. Whistle again. Millersville gets the call. They work from the far side of the field. Dancing around one, going towards the end line. Gets in the crease. Tries to work around the Kutztown defender, but won't get it. That'll go Kutztown's way. Brakefield and Goddard, the goal scorers for Millersville. Wozniak, the lone total for Kutztown so far. Still plenty of game to be played. Now Millersville on the break again. Trying to get something started. Rushing down the field again. Kutztown just coming away with it. Kutztown on the ball. Only have 4 players forward, trying to send it to the crease. Marauders intercepting that one. Poke at it on the near sideline. Millersville will get the call. Pass finds McDonald. She gets past one defender. Sends it off the shins of one of the Golden Bears. Comes away with it. Gets the call. This time she'll send it towards the middle. Kutztown just coming away with it. Now they'll send it back. Brakefield over there harassing one of the Kutztown defenders. Will earn a foul for her troubles. Here's Ortiz Kreiner. Whistle again. Kutztown comes away with it. "20 minutes and counting left to go in this first half. Millersville staying true and keeping the fight up against Kutztown, currently hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Back in fourth action so far. Neither team looking to settle down. Plenty of rushes up and down the turf here at Beamsdorfer Stadium. Newly installed over the summer. A little bit of a facelift. Clearer lines and, might I say, some very nice looking PSAC logos on both sides of the field. Black accents in the end zones. And more importantly, clearer lines to see the action for the multiple events that Christ Field can host. Interception by Millersville. They try to go the other way. Getting past one defender and trying to shake off another. Jordan Goddard shouldering off a Kutztown defender. Millersville on it again. But it looks like a kicked ball, and it'll be Kutztown's possession. Going with the small ball mentality, they've been really working the tic-tac-toe passing so far, but Millersville staying on top of it. They send it down to the sideline. Wozniak on it again. Trying to play it forward to Rachel Dussman. But nothing doing, and Millersville on the break again. Here's Brakefield. Storming on in. She's got plenty of hustle. Gets past one, tries to skill past another, but loses the ball. But gets right on the defender and earns a foul. Whistle, and it looks like Tierney might have kicked the ball off her foot. Kutztown possession, a skyward pass, lands in between three players, two for Kutztown, one for Millersville, but Millersville gets the ball. Ball sent in by Meredith Fagan to Jordan Goddard. Goddard currently dealing with two defenders, sends it back to Fagan. Fagan trying to play it ahead, but it's intercepted. Kutztown trying to start an on-man rush, but great block there by Goddard to stop what could have been a one-on-one. Now Ortiz-Kreiner going the other way. Far side of the field. Millersville keeping on it. Tarsi trying to fight for possession. Loses it. Now Kutztown regains. Still battling on that far side of the field. Millersville trying to gain some ground. Here's Ortiz-Kreiner trying to send the pass in. It was deflected, but off the foot. And Millersville will go ahead. Tierney to play it in. She works around one, tries to do a spin move, runs into two defenders, still keeping the ball, and earns another foul. Again, this one just on the outside of the crease. Just on the end line. They'll send it back to Ortiz-Kreiner. She'll try a pass from long range. Gets into the crease. Shot goes wide of the net. Tarsi with the surprise turnaround, trying to catch the keeper off guard. But it ends up hitting the side of the net and out. So Kutztown catching a little bit of a breather here. Kutztown now trying to work ahead, but swarm of Millersville midfielders making their forward advance nearly impossible. Brakefield fighting for it, and the quick hands that she has. Would love to see her in a possible shootout, just to see what kind of moves she possesses when going forward. Leader in assists for this team. Her and Tarsi have been a dynamic duo. And it's great when you have those players working in sync, just continuing forward as the ball go here. Almost being played back to Millersville's net, but cool, calm, and collected are the Marauders. Of course, as I say that, ball goes out off Erlocker's stick. Kutztown will play it back. They've been using this near sideline a lot in their attack, but nothing much doing other than the one corner they did get. No goals being scored from open play as of yet. Ball sent in on the edge of the crease. Millersville will get some space. Send it ahead. Here's Erlocker. Sends it ahead. Getting past one is Emma Butcher. She'll play it back. Pass sent in from Erlocker. Deflects off a stick. And Millersville comes up with it again, trying to play it ahead for Brakefield, but couldn't get to her. Whistle will go Kutztown's way. I'd like to take this time to thank our friends at Iron Valley Real Estate of Lancaster for their continuous support of Millersville athletics and student athletes. Kutztown playing much of their possession from their own end. As Millersville comes up with another giveaway, pass just sweeping under the stick. of the defender. On the edge of the crease, Kutztown regains it. Goes outside. Erlacher on it again. Gives to a teammate. Now it's back to Erlacher. Whistle, and Millserville will come up with the ball. On the edge of the crease. It looks like they'll have to take it again. Lexi Robinson on the ball. Side, she'll play it to the side this time, trying to find Erlacher, but it's intercepted, but not before Tierney gets back on it. Tierney now moving ahead. She'll send it through and almost finding the edge of, it looks like, Georgina Wall's stick on that far post. Managed to get through all the bodies into the crease, but just out of the reach of Wall. Wonder if they draw that one up in practice. Kutztown on it again, but struggling to get it out of their own defending third. Just running into too many bodies from Millersville. 12 minutes to go, still a 2-1 lead for Millersville. All goals coming off corners so far in this matchup. You have to wonder how a win by Millersville would shake up the rankings, both nationally and in the PSAC. Millersville playing it in. And it's a kicked ball, so it'll be the third corner for Millersville. They're so far 2 for 2 on attempts. We'll see what they draw up here. It'll be Ortiz Kreiner to take it. There's plenty of targets on the outside of the crease. Millersville has had 2 long shots just from the edge go in. Ortiz Kreiner sends it in. On the edge, shot deflected, and Kutztown will catch a break there. Would hate to go 0 for 3 on defending corners, but they just get away with one. And now Kutztown getting a little bit of a break here. It's Wozniak trying to get past one, but great one-on-one defending from Jordan Goddard. Doesn't give an inch of space. Ortiz Kreiner on it. At the midfield line. Has 2 defenders on it. Ooh, with a little bit of skill tapping it up on the stick. Things getting a little fancy here for the Marauders. Now it's played back into the midfield. Now onto the far sideline. It's on Breakfield's stick. She gets past one. Spin move, gets past another. Working off the sideline. Into the crease now. Kutztown just getting a stick on it. Still deep in their own corner. Foul called. Looks like it'll go Kutztown's way. Sun now fully setting. Lights warming up and turning on here at Beams-Durfer Stadium. Beautiful night for field hockey on the campus of Millersville University. Millersville on the attack again. Kutztown will get some space. Sending it ahead is Mackenzie Furman. Millersville defense working quickly to corral it. Here's Ortiz Kreiner. She can really play anywhere in the midfield. So versatile, getting up and down, left and right. And the foul here will go Millersville's way. Looks like Breakfield is on the far, spins out of one, sends it into the crease. It's right there. Millersville trying to get a stick on it. Back and forth they go, and eventually a foul is called. It'll go Kutztown's way. Last time there was a scramble that close to the net. Millersville earned themselves that second corner that they scored and took the lead off of. Last time these two teams faced each other was back in 2017, October 3rd. Breakfield scored the lone goal of the game in the 66th minute off An assist from Emma Butcher on the left side of the field. They outshot Kutztown 14-6 and had a 6-3 advantage in corners. 11 of the 14 shots by Millersville were on net in that one. Millersville currently holding a 9-game winning streak against Kutztown. But the Golden Bears currently 9-1 on the year. In conference standings, Kutztown sits alone at the top, 2-0 in the conference, 9-1 overall. Millersville sitting 5th, 1-1 in the conference, 5-3 overall. They sit behind Shippensburg in 4th, East Stroudsburg in 3rd, Westchester in 2nd, Kutztown in 1st. And nationally, Kutztown in 6th, Millersville in 9th. Westchester in 1st and East Stroudsburg in 2nd. Plenty of PSAC representation in the national rankings. Pass ahead goes wide of the net. It'll be Millersville possession, excuse me. 7 minutes left in this first half of action. Millersville ahead 2-1, but have been dominating in possession so far. The giveaway here might give Kutztown a little bit of a spark. Pass ahead. Millersville coming away with it. 2-1-1. Foul call will go the Marauders' way. Pass ahead. And they're going to say Kutztown ball. Shoveled in. Finding the sideline. Kutztown might have something here. 3 in the crease. Shovel ahead once. Takes a deflection. Goes to the near post. And eventually a foul is called. And Millersville catching a little bit of a break. Kutztown coming away with it in the midfield, trying to get a rush. They have 5.5 minutes to try and find an equalizer, but Millersville coming away with it again. Skilling past one. And finally giving the ball is Lexi Robinson. Fake pass ahead. Fight on the far sideline, but Millersville coming away with it. Tarsi on it. Gets shoved down. And it's a foul for Millersville. Pass ahead. Just getting to it is, I believe, Emma Butcher on that far line. Working her way around. Runs into 3 Kutztown defenders, though. And another whistle for Kutztown. Kutztown enjoying great success so far on the year. Their only loss came against Franklin Pierce, and that was in overtime. But dominant wins. 3-0 win against Adelphi, 4-0 win against Seton Hill, 5-1 win against Mercyhurst, 5-0 win at Seton Hill again. But plenty of conference opponents ahead for them. So a real test as we approach the middle of the season in PSAC field hockey. Pass ahead to Flex off Breakfield's stick, but she's got some hustle. Challenging her defender. Takes a deflection, wins it, but they're going to say it bounced off the chest. Whistle goes Kutztown's way. 4 minutes left to go in this first half of action. Kutztown struggling to get out of their own attacking third. Will shovel a pass up ahead. Knock on, and Millersville will have it. Now Kutztown comes away with it. They have 3 ahead, 4 possibly joining the rush. But Millserville on the turnaround. Takes possession just away for a moment. And they'll get the foul call. Sending ahead, here's Tarsi. Tarsi earning the foul, but she'll have to take it back. Gives time for Kutztown to set up. Just about 3 minutes left to go. Pass ahead. Currently fighting for it around the crease. Now Kutztown coming away with it. Clock is frozen for some reason at 2:55, and now it just gets working again. So an extra minute perhaps bought. We'll see how it affects the game. Millserville trying to get a 2-goal advantage going into the break. And they'll set up outside the crease. Ortiz Kreiner sending it across the field. Trying to find Tarsi. She gets shoved down, but it's Kutztown ball. About 2 minutes left to go in first half of action. Millserville trying to play upset. Kutztown parading up the far sideline. About a minute, 40 seconds left to go. Trip on the outside of the crease, and they'll earn a penalty corner for Kutztown. Just their second of the match. And it looks like a green card was shown. Not sure to who. We'll see when we get an update on that.
1 minute remaining in the first half, 1 minute.
But Kutztown, 1 for 1 on penalty corners. We'll see if they can tie it up at the break. They got 50 seconds left to go. Looks like Mackenzie Furman was the one that got the green card for Kutztown. They send it in. They play it way outside the crease. Pass in on the far side. Just keeping it in. Nope, losing it. So that one goes by the wayside. 1 for 2 on penalty corners today so far for the Golden Bears. 2 for 3 for the Marauders. 20 seconds left to go on the clock. And a correction, there was a green card earlier in the match for Mackenzie Furman, but another one for the Kutztown bench as a whole. 10 seconds left and counting in this first half. Sticks get locked up. Kutztown trying to get one at the gasp. Seconds will count down. And that will do it. So Millersville, with the 2 goals off the penalty corners, Jordan Goddard getting one, and then Brakefield adding another to take the lead. As now nightfall is upon us here in Millersville, PA. Starting to get a little bit chillier. The sun goes down on another beautiful day. October has gotten off to a fantastic start weather-wise. We hope that it stays well for the rest of this weekend, as it's homecoming weekend here in Millersville on the 13th. Highlighted by the football game against Shippensburg. Fans can tune into all the action here on the Ville Sports Network. Fantastic live streaming crew will be on in full force for that one. As Kutztown breaks from their huddle, Millersville will start off with the ball, and we are underway here in the second half of play. Millersville now attacking from right to left, Kutztown attacking from left to right. Kutztown comes away with the ball. Working on the far sideline. Gets through one, whistle. It'll be a Kutztown foul. These two teams, you could consider them rivals. I imagine the recent history adds some fuel to that fire, with Millersville holding the 9-game winning streak over the Golden Bears, and beforehand Kutztown holding an 18-game winning streak against the Marauders. Plenty of fans for both sides making the travel today. As here's Tarsia, she gets past one but couldn't get past the second when she would have had a 2-on-0 with Brakefield at her side. Millersville looking to keep their foot on the gas. They want to try and earn a little bit more of a lead. Give themselves some breathing room. Here's Kutztown on the attack. Sending it in. Kutztown working their way into the crease. They get there, but 2-on-1 defending for the Marauders gets it away. Now working up the far sideline. Long pass finds Brakefield. She's got Tarsi up ahead of her, but runs into a Kutztown defender, and they'll send it the other way. Playing it ahead. Kutztown playing more towards the middle of the field to start off this second half. They were practically choked into the sidelines for all 35 minutes of that first half of play. No real breathing room up the middle. They also struggled to get the ball out of their defensive third of the field. And so far enjoying some space up the middle and up front. A long pass goes to the wayside, and it'll be a Millersville ball. Madeline Steely to take it, the junior from Valley Center, California. Always wonders me how many students from California make their way to Millersville, Pennsylvania. I think the California kickbacks you could enjoy would trump whatever Millersville University has to offer, but apparently not the case. Pretty sure the admissions department loving the wide range of students we get from all across not only the nation but the world, mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Plenty of Australian players in the squad for Millersville, and even one Scottish player as well. We thank all those families tuning in from across the world, with the Australian viewers tuning in at 9 a.m. tomorrow in their time zones. We had I believe the family of the McDonald's coming in to talk to us earlier, or maybe it was the Murphy O'Neills, excuse me, who were coming to talk to us earlier about how Australia has 5 different time zones. So some tuning in as early as 9 a.m., some might even be earlier. We've had some families come in to talk to us that getting up in the middle of the night for a 1 to 3 broadcast of Millersville field hockey games. So we're so glad that all of you tuning in, whether you're just down the street or halfway across the globe, could join us for what could potentially be an upset on the hands. Millersville will start with the ball in their half of the field, working on the far sideline, slowly making their way upfield. Small ball mentality, but a foul goes Kutztown's way. Golden Bears sending it around the horn. Working on the near sideline. Pass goes up, but deflects off the stick of Stelly. And it's Kutztown ball once again. Millersville working with it. Taking on almost 3 defenders at a time was Eliza Mizak, but Millersville on it once again. Ortiz Kreiner hopping it off past one. Now buys herself some space. Sends it ahead. Chopping at it was Wall, but just got away from her. Wall, the sophomore from Hobart, Tasmania. Another international student athlete we are enjoying on our Millersville squad. Here's Ortiz Kreiner. Sends it forward, but not enough on it to spring the forward attack. Kutztown will take it. Now Millersville will try the other sideline, sending it ahead. They battle for it one-on-one. Now another Marauder joins in, but the foul will go Kutztown's way. Kutztown getting a major benefit of the calls so far in this second half. It was called pretty even, and just as I say that, Millersville gets a call going their way. They'll go back the Golden Bears' way. They get it to their forward. She might have a break on here. She's almost past one. But some chops, and it looks like a penalty corner for Kutztown. This one just their third of the match so far, their first for either team the second half. They got their lone goal from a penalty corner just 5 minutes into the game. Looks like Leigh Roselli to take. Sends it in. On the edge of the crease. Over to the side. Shot. Gets chopped at. Goes away. Still in the crease. They fight for it. Millersville comes away with possession. But another penalty corner. Penalty corner number 4 for Kutztown. They send it in again. Outside the crease, now it's in. Ortiz Kreiner currently defending. Chop shot goes up off the pad of the keeper. They send it, it bounces away, and it reaches wide of the net. Some helter-skelter defending from the Marauders, but somehow, some way, doesn't find the back of the net. Kutztown will keep possession, however. Far outside the crease, pass goes in. Takes a couple deflections. Now it's outside the crease, and before Millersville can come away with it, it's another penalty corner. Number 5 now for Kutztown. And it looks like, again, Leigh Roselli will take. Services it in. Outside edge of the crease. Tries the shot, takes a deflection, goes wide of the net once again. To Millersville's credit, the penalty corners have been defended successfully. Kutztown with possession. They are on the edge of the crease, and it just gets away. Foul call. Benefits the Marauders. They'll start from their own half. Gets past one. Plays it up the sideline. Trying to get past another, but takes a lucky bounce. Kutztown plays it in. 3 on the attack. And a kicked ball by Rose Moore. Means the ball will go the Marauders' way. But not before Kutztown gets it back again. I have to replay it. This will give the Marauders some time to set up. Kenzie Furman on it. Looking ahead. Scoping out the potential targets she might be throwing to. Takes a tap. Tries to send it into the crease. Goes off Brakefield seat. Now off Ortiz Kreiner and up ahead to Tarsi. Tarsi has a player on her left. Runs into some traffic. Still comes away with it. but the whistle blows it to Kutztown's side. A lot of the foul calls benefiting the Golden Bears. Millserville just can't seem to catch a break when going forward. Can sense both teams getting a little more aggressive. Millserville with it in their own half. That one to Gazio. Foul called on her, and Kutztown will take advantage once again. Getting past two defenders, now in the crease. They shovel it in, just bounced off the pad of Autumn Peters. And it'll be a penalty corner, so it might have kicked off a defender's foot. Hard to see from high atop Beamsdorfer Stadium. Looks like Roselli will take again, or it might be Hannah Shirk. Can't tell. They send it in. Wide open net, but a timely stick keeps it out. And they send it in again. Pass goes through the legs of the Kutztown attacker. And Millserville gets away with another one. Kutztown with it in midfield, working ahead. Whistle. Now Kutztown going ahead again. But a hook tripping up Madeline Steely gives Millserville the advantage. Here's Gazio on it, skilling around one. Deflects. Millserville ball. Gazio will take it again, plays it up the sideline. But Tarsi couldn't corral it. 40-yard line for Kutztown. They send it ahead, deciding to go through the air. Lands in the crease, 3 in the crease for Kutztown. Ball takes a deflection, and a lucky one as it's Millersville's ball once again. Millersville playing ahead. Tarsi trying to spring Brakefield, which is a little too much on that pass. So Kutztown will play it in from their own end. Millersville with plenty of players forward. Tarsi getting a stick on it, but too aggressive of a stick. Now they send it ahead on the attack, but nothing doing there. Brakefield trying to find somebody. Now Kutztown will try to deal with it out of their own zone, and they'll get a lucky call. Kutztown getting another call. Airmail the pass and some confusion. Referee's going to have to step out here to better explain what exactly she's looking for. Millersville comes away with the ball. Whistled. Ortiz Kreiner sends it in. Finds Tarsi on the far side. Losing it, but Brakefield's there to back her up. 2-on-1. Fight for it. Foul for Kutztown. They move ahead quickly up the far sideline, trying to spring an attack. Pass again, which is way too much on it. It'll be Millersville working from their own end. Couple jabs, whistle call. Right before it's played into the stick of a Golden Bear. Now they set up. Trying the long ball, it's deflected. They work far sideline. A trip and a shove, no call. It goes out, Millersville will take advantage. Trying to find the middle. Kutztown comes away. Plenty of jousting going on that far sideline in the middle of the field. We have 20 minutes left to go in the second half. Now they work near. Here's Gazio trying to send it in, takes a deflection, but still finds the stick of Butcher. Battling at it. Here's Gazio on it again. This time she'll take it herself. Working down the sideline, looking ahead. Finds Butcher. Butcher working, taking it, slowly getting her way into the crease. Tries to play it through. And it looks like it'll just be a foul right on the edge of the crease. Alexis Gazio to take. She does, works in the corner, sends it in. Duel around with it. Shot, chopped in the air, deflected. They work for it. It's at the keeper's feet, still in the crease. Millersville comes away with it. Some crazy action, but Millersville getting a whistle, and Kutztown gets a little bit of a breather. Now they work from their own end of the field. One by one, they pass it ahead. Up the sideline. Almost every player in that Kutztown attack getting their stick on the ball, but not before Gazio takes it away. Now maybe a bit of a break here. But a timely challenge from Kutztown keeps it away as they go ahead with it. Working near sideline. 3 on the attack. Shot from outside the crease bounces, and they're going to call a kicked ball. So it looks like it'll be a foul just on the outside of the crease. We'll see how Kutztown plays this one. They send it out. Whistle. Golden Bears have it again. Pass from the outside. Is outside the crease. It made its way into the net, but doesn't count. You wonder if they didn't have that crease rule, how many long shots you'd be seeing flying in from 30 yards out. Wouldn't say it's out the range of possibility. But in NCAA rules, you must score from inside the crease. The yellow line here at Christ Field at Beams-Durfer Stadium. The red one being used for lacrosse usage. Kutztown sending it in. Whistle. And it'll go the Marauders' way. So both teams getting some bad luck whistling on their attack. Kutztown getting the benefit of the calls in the midfield. Joust for possession. Asia Weaver staying on the fight. Shovel pass from Kutztown. Millersville trying to defend. Just biding some time, trying to get bodies back. Pass in the crease. Kutztown on it. Gets past one, gets past another. They whistle. And it's a penalty corner. Dangerous play there as Kyra Wozniak almost had a break to herself but decided to stop and corral it. Gave the Millersville defense some time to get in there. 15 minutes and some change left in the second half. Kutztown needs one to force overtime. Millersville trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead and pull off an upset and earn their 10th straight win against Kutztown. Pass comes in. They send it to the side. Shot comes in. Great stick there to keep it away from the net. and Millersville will come away with it. Some expertly defended corners from the Marauders. And a whistle here, and it looks like time will be called with just 15 minutes left to go in the second half. We'll stay with you here on the Ville Sports Network, get you some updated statistics. With the dramatic shift in corners, Kutztown now leads with 7. Millersville stuck at 3. They haven't gotten one yet this second half. 3 shots on goal, 8 total for Kutztown. 6 shots on net for Millersville with 2 of them on goal. But most important counter, 2-1. Millersville still ahead, all the goals coming in the first half so far in today's action. Brakefield and Goddard, your goal scorers for Millersville. Wozniak, the lone tally for the Golden Bears. After tonight's game, Kutztown will head back home to host Shippensburg at 4 p.m. on October 12th. And Shippensburg will then go back home to host Millersville. Odd triangle of field hockey action going on in the schedule. Credit to the PSAC schedule makers for making it a little bit easier on everybody. Playoffs slated to start in mid-November. The 13th is when the quarterfinals, 16th are the scheduled semifinals, with the championship game taking place on November 18th. So 5 days to crown a PSAC champion, and then after that you have to think a lot of these teams will be moving on to the NCAA Division II championships, which start on November 25th. That's when the quarterfinal round is, and then 29th has the semifinals, and then December 1st is the NCAA championship, which Millersville won back in 2014, I believe. Made a couple of appearances more recently in the 2016 tournament. Looking to make a return there after a shaky start to the year. Marauders starting to find their way. Their schedule arguably has gotten tougher and tougher as it's gone on, but Marauders hanging tough. 2-1 double overtime win against IUP after a 3-0 loss to Westchester. Plenty of conference opponents ahead to improve on that schedule. So we are ready to get back underway here at Beamsdorfer Stadium. Gazio will get us set off, and she'll dummy for her teammate. Sends it through the air, but Stelli's pass was intercepted by Kutztown. They work from midfield, and now to the near sideline, but Gazio gets a stick on it to break up the play. Kutztown on it again, sending it in. Gazio on it, skills past a couple defenders, back on it. Gets past one, corrals it just before it goes out, buys herself some time, and will work from the middle of the field. Pass was too hot for Robinson. Trying an angle pass, just getting intercepted by Kutztown. Whistle here, and the Golden Bears will work from about the 35-yard line. They try another aerial pass. That one on the far side of the field, still outside the crease though. They work at it. Foul call will go the Marauders' way. Getting past one, working ahead. Plenty of steam forward. Millersville still coming away with it. Timely stick by Kutztown. Changes possession. 3 ahead for the Golden Bears. They send it into the crease. It's there. They battle for it. And let's see how the referee calls this one. Looks like it'll go in the Marauders' favor. Time slowly ticking away. Both teams trying to get one more goal. Millersville currently ahead 2-1, but would love an insurance one to back them up. Kutztown trying to keep this game alive. Gazio sends it forward. Here's Tarsi on it. Tarsi sending it ahead. Oh, but it just hits off the back heel of her teammate. Unlucky play there. But Millersville still fighting for it. Tarsi on it. Battles on the far sideline. and they'll play it from the 40 at the referee's discretion. Shovel pass gets blocked because it was played high. They call foul. Kutztown will get it. Playing it ahead. High stick. Millersville ball. Some on the fly substitutions for the Golden Bears taking place. Ball played forward. Millersville will keep. Back on the ball is Annabelle Tierney. She'll work at it. Another whistle. Millersville just trying to make their way up the field. Tierney trying to find her target. Plays it ahead. Not sure if that took a deflection or if she just didn't get all of what she wanted. Ball played up. Kutztown foul. Stoppage heavy second half. Clock still moves though. Had to be very thankful for that, or else field hockey games would be probably doubling in length if every whistle meant a stoppage of the clock. But we've had a good matchup so far. And one that you might expect to go down to the wire. 11 minutes to go in regulation. Millsville holding on to a 2-1 lead. Kutztown has been on the front foot, though, this second half, but just hasn't had a lucky attack. Golden Bear falls down, but nothing doing. Ortiz Kreiner sends it ahead, but it's intercepted. Kutztown remains. Pass comes into the crease. They get a touch on it, but smartly kicked away by Autumn Peters, the keeper for Millersville. Kutztown will regain possession. Keepers, despite facing plenty of corners and shots, haven't been all too busy. Mostly the defenses for both sides stepping up greatly in today's game. Speaking of which, Millersville comes away with it. Kutztown will set up. Far sideline. Great stick there from Gazio, and she'll come away with it. Trying to spring an attack on. She finds Tarsi. Tarsi moving on it. Trying a backheel pass to Brakefield, but nothing doing there. Now Kutztown will work forward. A little more patient in their attack. They get the whistle. Gazio gets her stick down, fights for possession, wins it, plays it ahead. Deflected and just staying in for Kutztown. Shot off of Tarsi's leg. Manages to shake it off, no problem. Played in by Kutztown, but foul will go Millersville's way. They play it to the far side of the field now. Ortiz Kreiner on it, sends it ahead. Now Millersville buying themselves some space in the midfield. Looks like Brent Erlacher on it. Nope, excuse me, that's Emu Butcher. Playing it ahead, here's Brakefield. She's the assist master, working her way into the crease, plays it ahead, but nobody there. She comes away with the interception, gets it, takes a hack at it. It's still played in the crease, it's still going. The referee finally blows a whistle, and it will be Millersville's first penalty corner of the second half. Great awareness by Brakefield. You wonder why she's the assist leader. It's that excellent offensive know-how and just managing to make something out of nothing, and thought she lost that one, but just hustled out of nowhere, got her stick on the ball, and forced the ball into the keeper's leg. And it looks like she will play this one in. We'll see how the Marauders play this one. 2 for 3 so far on penalty corners. They play it to the edge of the crease. Ortiz Kreiner with the shot, and it just goes wide. Might have taken a deflection off the foot of Brakefield as she was on that near side post. It was a very close shot, but didn't make its way into the back of the net. 8 minutes left to go in regulation. 2-1 is our score. Millersville on the front foot trying to keep their winning streak alive against Kutztown. Kutztown trying to equalize and stay perfect in the PSAC. 2-0 so far on the conference, 9-1 on the year. They're off to a perfect start as they sit atop the PSAC and 6th in the nation, but might hit a little speed bump here going through Millersville. They have 7.5 minutes to try and force overtime. Working on the far side of the field, they enter the crease. 2-on-2 defending. Millersville coming away with it once again. They play it ahead. Ortiz Kreiner on it. Earns a whistle. Millersville will push about 10 yards upfield. Now working that far sideline, playing it ahead. Tarsi gives chase, but eventually will let the defender have it. Gives a poke at it, and Millersville will come away with it again. 3 on the attack for the Marauders. A little bit of a roadblock, and Kutztown comes away with it. Reach by Ortiz Kreiner, takes a deflection. Millersville trying to come away with it again. Playing it ahead. Millersville fighting for every inch of space they can get when they enter this attacking third. Kutztown now going the other way. 2 in the attack. Now they wait for more, sending it back. Trying to enter the crease. Getting past 1. Getting a second, a shot. Glove down by Autumn Peters. That one heading straight for the eyes. Got her glove up on it and patted it down. Kutztown will keep possession. But not many keepers, when they see that ball rocketing towards their face, able to keep their cool like Peters did. Got the blocker on it and safely got it out of play. Kutztown not out of the woods yet. They still have 5.5 left to go. It's in the crease. It takes a bounce. They poke at it. They poke at it. Millersville comes away with it, trying to get it out of the crease. They do, but Kutztown intercepts, gets it back in the crease. The shot is low, stick down by the defender, and now escorted out, but takes a lucky bounce for Kutztown once again. It's in the corner. Gazio gets a stick on it. Tries to keep the possessions in the corner, and she'll earn a foul. 5 minutes left to go in regulation. Millersville will take their time and wind down this clock. Gazio works it, trying to spring Brakefield, nothing doing. Kutztown trying to spring an attack forward. Plenty of defenders, though, they have to try and get through. Send it ahead, but it's intercepted once again by Millersville, and they'll just try to clear it out. Bounces off the midfielder for Kutztown, and that'll earn them the foul. Gazio plays the stick perfectly and ends up with the ball again. On the near sideline, takes a deflection. She'll take her time to readjust her sock and play this one in again. 4 and some change left to go in regulation. Millersville can pretty much all but end it with another goal here. Meanwhile, Kutztown trying to keep the game going. 4 minutes to go. Brakefield on it. They're going to say she kicked it, and it'll be a Kutztown ball. Time is running out. They shovel it ahead. Landing perfectly for the Golden Bear player. They send it into the crease, but nothing doing. They're just going to let it trickle off the net and outside. Smart communication there from Autumn Peters. So Kutztown will have to set up outside the crease again. Brakefield on the hustle. She'll take it. Has plenty of space in the middle of the field. He gets a little bit of a trip, but no call. Kutztown regains possession. 35 yards out. Whistle. Just a little too aggressive from the Millersville defender. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Another shovel pass in. Nothing doing there. Checked down by Millersville. Gazio on it. She's harassed by the defender, but will give way. They call the foul. Kutztown on it again. 25 yards out. Sends the pass in. Takes a bounce. Enters into no man's land. Millersville try to take it the other way. Ends up out of play. Gazio will play it. Looking ahead, finds a gap. Straight to a Kutztown player, but not before it's checked down. Kyra Brakefield trying to take it away, but runs into a roadblock. Kutztown will play it down. Takes a hop off the foot of the sideline referee. They'll go Millersville's way. 2.5 minutes left. It's all that's separating Millersville from their 6th win of the season, their 2nd in conference play. Kutztown might have an odd man rush here if they hurry. Currently working on the outside. Take their time. So many Millersville players to get through, though, and they finally come away with it. They send it to Gazio on the near sideline. Has some space to run it out. Taking her time. Now we'll work back. Can't get past one. Shoved down. Millersville will earn the foul on that one. Clock working in Millersville's favor now. Gazio will just toy with it. Kutztown will come away with it, though. Sending players forward. They run into the corner. 1 minute and 34 seconds left. Does Kutztown have one last chance? It's in the crease. They get a foul. They send it into the crease, and it looks like it took a nasty hop off one of the Millersville players. They will stop the clock at 1 minute and 19 seconds. Not really sure who the player is. Slowly getting to her feet, though. It was a wicked pass that was meant to have a lot of power, but straight at the leg, and it looks like the player is okay and walking. Trying to see who it is. And from the naked eye, one would say it's Lexi Robinson. And now that I get a better glance at it, it might be Madeline Steely. And I think that's who it is. As she walks off the field under her own power, though. Looks like she's all right. Will probably end up in a nasty bruise. And hopefully that's all it ends up in. So play will resume. Kutztown got the ball right on the edge of the crease. 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go. Trying to play spoiler here and get one to force it into overtime. Referee just going over what needs to happen. They reset the clock to 1 minute and 24 seconds. So 5 more seconds for Kutztown to work with. They send it in on the edge of the crease. They currently joust for it. Millersville trying to come away with it. Plenty of Golden Bears all around. Millersville just trying to get it out. Kutztown keeping it in, though. Gridlock everywhere, and now Millersville will get the call. 1 minute remaining in the second half. Millersville just trying to see this one out. Gazio gets past a couple. Gets past a third. They bounce it up. Millersville will get the foul. Playing it ahead. Trying to find Asia Weaver. She gives chase. Sending it deep into the Kutztown zone. Weaver gets a poke on it, but wrapped around the player. So Kutztown will get the ball with 35 seconds left. They have plenty of space to go. Sending it up once. Checked down by Millersville. Keep it in the attacking third. Playing with it on the sideline. Plenty of dekes just to keep it within play. Lexi Robinson on it. Once again, gets past one defender. Has 2 on her now. 17 seconds left to go. Kutztown gets it away. They get the call. They have 10 seconds to go. Sending it upfield. Deflected up once. Deflected again. Slowly trickling its way, but Millersville will come away with it. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 gone. And that will do it. Millersville upsets the number 6 seed in the nation and the top team in the PSAC with a 2-1 win here at Beams-Durfer Stadium. Millersville wins this game and keeps the streak alive against Kutztown. Give them 10 straight against the Golden Bears. Millersville improves to 6-3 on the year, 2-1 in PSAC play. Kutztown falls to 9-2 on the year. Their first loss in conference play, they fall to 2-1. We'll see how this shakes up the national rankings, but Millersville turning up the heat. The 2-1 win in 2 overtimes against IUP just this Saturday, and today earning a well-deserved win against the Golden Bears. Your goal scorers today for the Golden Bears was Kyra Wozniak, improving to her PSAC scoring lead on the year. Jordan Goddard getting the decisive one, while Kyra Brakefield got the game-tying one in this one. No goals coming in the second half. All the scoring plays coming from the first half of this one. Autumn Peters with another one-goal game, the only one against her so far in tonight's game, keeping up that stellar save percentage and record that she has so far. Be interesting to see how they play it against Shippensburg, which will be on October 16th at 4 p.m. Millers will be traveling away for that one, trying to keep up the conference heat and trying to keep it going. But as for now, Millersville comes away with the 2-1 win for our fantastic live streaming crew here from the Millersville Athletics Department and the Ville Sports Network. I'm Ben Shad. We will see you next time here on the Ville Sports Network, presented by UPMC.